In a previous video, I talked about the legacy created by those who came before us. As I talk about the process of milling a log into dimensional lumber, I want to reflect on some of these concepts. This process has been a special one for me, as I was able to work with my dad to get the tree from the forest and mill it here on our saw. My dad was just 8 years older than I am now when his dad, my granddad, passed away. I often think about that, and I also think about how fragile life can be and how time ages our minds and bodies. I know my dad thinks about his dad on a daily basis and desires to spend those moments with him again. He also has a strong desire to carry on my granddad's legacy and to do things that he would be proud of. I felt some of that as I worked with him recently. My dad is getting older, and those activities he used to do with ease, which I noticed as a child, have me more concerned now as his body ages. I worry about him. I suppose the progress of our lives turns from being cared for as children to turning outward and then caring for others. I'd like to talk about this log and the milling process as it pertains to our lives. My dad came across this log as we were out searching for logs that had recently died. It had blown over and uprooted from the soil. The area around this log had recently had a fire, and many trees had died in that natural disaster. Because of this, the soil became soft as the water from monsoon season and snow runoff retained and washed out in the soil instead of being taken into the roots of living trees. This large tree that once stood strong among many other trees stood alone in the softened soil and eventually blew over. I'm reminded of our family communities and family commitments and responsibilities. We work together to weather the storms and take on responsibilities that our soil and roots may be strong and keep any single member from washing away. We were not meant to go through this life alone. This particular log is being repurposed and cut into dimensional lumber to be used as the structural support of a shed my dad is building. The tree from where the log came lived a long life and weathered many storms, and now continues its use through the structure it now provides. Similarly, our family members who lived a good life before us leave their legacy to us to build and strengthen the structures of our own lives.